Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Beth. This is Jared, and I'm here with my fiance, and we just came out of Superman. My initial thoughts is we won. We're here. The DC universe is off to a great start. What do you think, babe?
I agree.
She agrees.
I mean, I'm not as familiar with the DC universe as you are, but I mean, I feel like I'm more familiar with the animated universe at this point.
Okay, so as a slight normie, what'd you think of the movie?
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. I was honestly a little surprised about how much comedy was in the movie. For some reason, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting it to be a little bit more serious, still comedic, but mostly uplifting. And while it was definitely uplifting, again, there was a lot more comedy than I thought, but that doesn't necessarily take away from it. It was just different from what I was expecting. I thought it was really, 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 really well made. The color was great. I think that they used color very cleverly for, light, maybe emphasizing like the good characters versus like the bad ones.
It's very bright.
Yeah.
It's very colorful. And then in like Lex's like layer, it's very monochromatic. It's very gray. Lots of
everything he touches is like that.
Yeah, and then everyone around him is like in black.
Yeah.
Including his like hench people.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned the comedy. Like, did it come off like did it feel out of place at all for you?
No, I think for me, because the last Superman movie that I watched was Man of Steel, which I know you've argued is not really a Superman movie. It's but I liked it. But Man of Steel, it was very different from this one because Man of Steel was very, very serious. The color wasn't there, which doesn't make it bad. It's just a different type of film. And so going from Man of Steel to this, I think was just so different. Again, it kind of like caught me off guard, but not in a bad way. Like, I love this. I think this was in the very little amount of comic things that you've shown me, I think this movie reflects comic Superman much, much better.
You've watched all the animated series, so
yeah,
so
definitely.
Like, it felt like animated series Superman?
way more, which I guess would be more of like the Superman movie, which you were talking about. Like, Man of Steel is not a Superman movie, and like I think get that.
You kind of
yeah.
So yeah, my thoughts are just I just cried. I just cried at the end. I was just so happy with everything. Like, did you get motion sickness and like on like trains and stuff and like?
Oh my God, I got dizzy multiple times.
Yeah, I did too.
We were so close.
Yeah, I've never been dizzy in a movie until today because of like the camera's like spinning, you're flying. I'm like, whoa. I was like, gotta take a breather,
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my goodness.
I think if we had been further up in the movie theater, it wouldn't have been as bad. But
So
we were so close to the screen.
Yeah, my favorite seat at the Cinemark is E15, and it's like it's right under the wheelchair seats.
Yeah.
And it's because it engulfs your entire vision to your periph. Like, you're not looking up if you just leaned back a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I like it. It's not IMAX, but it's like
it's close.
It's just the closest you can get. It's with that screen. So, and I've seen most movies. We saw the Mario movie there. We saw the Spider-Man movie there. And so that's just my favorite seat. So I didn't want to change it for a movie I've been really looking forward to. So what do you think of like the Love Lois? Like,
what did I think of Lois?
Yeah, like she's getting like a lot of praise, a lot of standout for being like very like the comic books, like like the wit, the very like in your face journalism.
You know, she definitely reminded me of the Superman and Lois version of Lois, which I mean it makes sense because it's still Superman.
Same character,
universe.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's the same character. No, I thought she was great. I mean, she contrasted Clark, I think, really well because that one scene where they're talking about how they're different.
Yeah.
I think her character really embodied like that difference, and yeah, no, I mean I like Lois. I mean,
okay,
just to the point, I like that.
Okay,
fair. Lois. I guess I don't have anything to say because she was just so Lois. It's like, yeah, what do you do? What do you expect?
She felt like to me, she really felt like the animated series Lois, where she's like very witty back at Clark.
Oh.
You know, and then like she's going on an adventure, getting herself into like some crap a journalist shouldn't be doing, like going into like a pocket dimension, you know.
I could see that because in the last two-parter of Superman, the animated series, she like drives into the freaking battlefield. I was like, who are you? Who is this lady?
Yeah.
So yeah, this was definitely I could see that. I didn't think about that.
Was there anything you disliked about the movie?
No.
Without spoiling anything? No.
No, again, it wasn't what I expected, but not in a bad way. So that, yeah, there's nothing. It's also very hard for me to not like a movie. I'm just going to be honest. Like, you know, entertainment is entertainment.
Right. That's how I am. I have very, like, am I going to be entertained?
There's very few movies I don't like. You know, certain Ninja Turtles movies.
Oh, my goodness.
Suck. And, and Power Rangers.
Okay.
But this is nothing compared to that.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, I feel like I knew so much about the movie going in just because I've been like consuming everything. Like, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. I thought we were going to see a little more of characters that like the character that said like, oh, the thing everyone can agree on at the very end. Like, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be in it more.
I think they were introducing them.
Yeah. So
I think that was the point, to leave you wanting more. That way, next movie, come back and you'll see him again. Because they built him up well. Like, they made him funny. Mm-hmm. You know, and also I won't spoil it, but the battle scene stuff. For me, it left me, like, wanting to know more about the character. Also as a normie, because I don't really know that superhero very much.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
I was talking about a different character. You're talking about Lantern. I was talking about the guy who funds all the Justice Gang.
Did we see him?
Yeah, he was like at the end. He was like he made like 2 lines in the entire movie. So sorry, spoilers, but
I don't even.
He's gonna be in Peacemaker season 2. It's fine.
Okay.
He's the one who like funds everything and everything. Yeah. So I thought he was gonna be a little more in it.
Gotcha.
And he's James Gunn's actual brother. So yeah. So
nepotism there.
So you got anything else to say?
No,
me neither. It was fantastic. I loved it. Will you see it again? Would you go see it again in theater?
I would see it again.
Yeah.
And I don't usually watch movies again, but I know you're probably gonna drag me to go see it again. So I gotta stay positive about that. But yeah, it was. I feel like I'll probably see something different. I think if we could go see it again, if we sit further back, I would like to see it from afar because I like to see things. When I rewatch movies, I like to see what I missed.
Yeah.
And I feel like because we were so close, there might have been some things that I missed. But no, I thought it was a great movie. I think it was because it was so different from Man of Steel, which is like the latest Superman, live action movie that I'd seen.
So like really quick, like so you've seen Christopher Reeve, Superman, 1978.
Yeah, that was
and then you've seen Man of Steel, and now you've seen Superman.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is the better film of the 3?
Better film? Huh.
I mean, they're all so different, so it's really hard to like rank them, you know?
Yeah. I won't compare either Man of Steel or this one to Christopher Reeve's ones because that was just such a different time. So just for like modern cinema comparison. I think Man of Steel and this film are a little too different to compare.
Okay.
It's an apple to orange because, again, like, the color was so different, the approach was so different, the mood was so different. That DC line was so much darker. And this one, if it's a line at all, it just seems so much lighter. But I think that this movie was I think just more uplifting and
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
So with that, those are our thoughts. I all I have is it's amazing. I love it. I'm gonna watch it as many times over. Like, to me, it's gonna be generational, like Spider-Man was in 2002. I can't wait to watch it again. That's my thoughts. So, anything else? No. All right, cool. Well, thanks for doing this with me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
You know where to find me.